High school football is on the air. HavenFootball.net is pleased to present tonight's Strath Haven football game. Tonight's annual Media Bowl contest is between the 1-0 Penncrest Lions and your 1-0 Strath Haven Panthers.
They give to the near side. Ali with a head of steam, cuts it back. The one man to beat. Oh, nearly does. But out across the 50. Rolling to his right is Rogers. Steps up, fires to the far sideline. It is intercepted by Grayson LaFrance.
Tonight's game is sponsored by the Swarthmorean Weekly Newspaper, true local coverage of Swarthmore, Wallingford, and surrounding neighborhoods. Published since 1893. Steve Tobbs, Allstate Insurance and Media. Auto, Home, and Life. You're in good hands with Allstate. Second Family Home Care and Support for your very special loved ones. Rose Tree Wellness Center. Complete chiropractic treatments featuring ART therapies in Media. We get to the root of the problem. Ducklings Early Learning Center in Wallingford. Daycare for ages 6 weeks to 5 years. Jessica Mudrick, a Caldwell Banker Realtor, where your home story begins. Scarp Hypnoto Plumbing, over 20 years experience for all your plumbing needs in Wallingford. Proud Haven supporters Mary and Larry Luter, go Haven! Ask, alumni and friends supporting kids, helping students K-12 to enhance their educational experience. AMF Auto Clinic, taking care of your cars since 1961. Located in Brookhaven on Edgemont Avenue. Fisher's finest flag football for boys and girls. America's fastest growing youth sport. The Wharton Benefits Group, specializing in creating employee benefit packages to attract, retain, and award the best employees. Here are tonight's internet announcers, the voices of the Strath Haven Panthers, Brian Carroll, Pete Fulgenetti, Andrew Kaufman, and Mike Mayer.
Welcome to week 1 of the Central League football season. Week 2 overall as the Panthers and Lions ready to rock and roll here at George L. King Field. And beyond just the idea of the Central League opener, at stake for these neighborhood rivals who share a border in Media, the Media Bowl trophy. It's been sitting here in Wallingford since 2015, where the Panthers have run off 10 straight victories in this annual contest, and boy, it's always a battle between the Lions and Panthers. Many of these kids have played youth sports together, and of course every season now, not only in the regular season, but as we saw last year, matched up in the first round of the playoffs. Panthers with 2 victories last year, a tight one in week 2 up at Lewis Scott Field a year ago, and then the Panthers with a 48-0 whitewashing in the first round of the playoffs right here on this turf the last weekend in October in 2024. The Lions come back now with tons of senior leadership and experience, and a 40-17 victory last week has them confident in looking to pull what a lot of people would consider an upset over the 1-0 Panthers. Good evening, everybody. Another beautiful night for football here in the Delaware Valley, and can't ask for better weather than this. The sun's in our eyes a little bit for probably the next 15 minutes or so, but other than that, no complaints here in Delaware County. Brian Carroll bringing you play-by-play tonight, and we are looking forward, as always, to another fun season here of Panther football on havenfootball.net. And thanks for joining us either live or on the archive. Joined, as always, by Pete Fulgenetti. Pete, with the Panthers coming off an impressive win themselves last week, we saw a number of different guys share the load.
Yeah, this is a little different running attack, Brian, this year. There's no one man running it. It's a 4-man squad running it, with Ali as right now as the leader in yards with about 148 to 150 yards. What'll be interesting is both teams scored over 40 points last week, so we know they can score. But both teams also just ran the ball. There was no passing yards. If there was, it was minimal. So expect tonight a pretty good game. A lot of running, and turnovers could be the difference. But I expect a real good game tonight, Brian.
Last year in this contest in week 2, if you remember, it was a bizarre night for the Panthers where they jumped out to a 14-0 lead, had 2 long touchdown runs from Shane Green, and then Penncrest held the ball for the majority of the first half. The Panthers had 2 touchdowns and I believe 5 snaps, but only led 14-0. Turned the ball over to start the third quarter, gave the Lions a short field, and then it was tight thereafter. 14-10 was the final, as Penncrest was moving the ball in Strath Haven territory late, but could not convert a fourth down with about a minute to go. So that first game, that first meeting last year was very tight, and I would expect to see a lot of the same tonight, with the Lions trying to play ball control, run the ball, take 3 or 4 at a time, and they will be led by a third-year starter at quarterback, Paul Graham, wearing number 13. He rushed for 5 touchdowns and 206 yards last week alone. Had a 44-yard touchdown pass as well, so accounting for 6 touchdowns in that 40-17 victory over Sun Valley. He and really 9 other seniors on that offensive side of the ball bring back a lot of experience against a Panther team who we saw last week. Did a really nice job defensively, Pete, against a shotgun spread quarterback and a dangerous runner in Mamadou Rogers.
Yeah, the defense did play good. The first couple of series, they were getting their sea legs, as I was saying. But after that happened, they really settled down and they got a rhythm going. They just basically wore the Bucks out by the third quarter.
Captain's meeting at midfield for the Lions. Number 11, closest to you on the screen, is Orion Collet. He's joined by Andrew Heiserman, Paul Graham, and I believe Jeff Cropper. He'll have to turn and show me his number here in just a moment. For the Panthers, number 17 is Quinn Kell. 56 is Nick Faribaugh. Number 22, Grayson LaFrance, and number 15, Luke Mulhern. Actually, number 70 was your other captain for Penncrest. That's two-way lineman Owen Lynch. So, as the colors make their way out towards the field, we'll pause momentarily, be back for the national anthem. Glad you're listening live or on the archive right here on havenfootball.net.
The Swarthmorean Weekly Newspaper has partnered up with havenfootball.net. The Swarthmorean was established in 1893 and is a true community newspaper and covers the Wallingford-Swarthmore School District as well as events in Swarthmore, Wallingford, and surrounding communities. Get your copy every Friday at 320 Market or Swarthmore Co-op, or go to swarthmorean.com for a mailed or digital subscription. For all the local news, read the Swarthmorean every week.
Hey fans, this is Todd Lights, public address announcer for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and you are listening to high school football right here at havenfootball.net.
Family Senior Home Care is owned by a Strath Haven family, the Glowackies. We provide in-home care assistance with all activities of daily living, personal care, transportation, mobility assistance, light housekeeping, and meal preparation. We also offer personal care, including hygiene, companion care, and medication reminders. Alzheimer's and dementia care, along with short-term respite care, are also available. Schedule your free consultation at 610-719-3223 or go to our website at secondfamily.com.
Hi, everyone. This is Greg Murphy from the Phillies broadcast team, where high school football never sounded so good, right here at havenfootball.net.
That's the 12th man, the Strath Haven Marching Band. So thanks again to everybody here in the building. We'll hear more from them at halftime under the direction of Nick Pignataro. Thanks again to Linnell Mosley, our athletic director, for getting us set up in the booth. The tail end of a doubleheader, and congrats to the boys soccer team with a 6-1 victory earlier, just before we set up shop here tonight. 6-1. They've moved their record to 3-1, so a good start for the boys here in fall sports. And the Panthers, led by head coach Kevin Clancy, he have 301 wins here at Strath Haven, 368 overall, trying to add to the total tonight against the Lions. The Panthers will be moving left to right and receive the opening kickoff. Jalen Starr flanked to the far side by Casey Hudson and Derek Bradley to the near side. Junior kicker is number 44, Charles Mulholland. His older brother, James, handled kicking duties last year. Charles has it teed over on that far hash mark. And we are underway for the first game in the Central League this season. End over and kick. It'll come down. This will be John Riley at the 20-yard line, who steps away from one tackler and is wrapped up at the 30. So short kickoff and good field position for the Panthers, and the starting lineups tonight for the Panthers will look like this. Luke Mulhern is your quarterback. Ryan Mudrick, the fullback. Casey Hudson and Yosef Ali, the halfback. We'll see Landon Barlow mix in there as well. Tight ends are John Riley and Tyler Slaughter. We'll see Cole Haley at times. Chase Schuster is your center. Nick Faribault and Zach Milligan, the guards. Jackson Miller and Paul Oblick are your tackles. We'll get to the defense for the Lions after this play. In the meantime, Panthers start 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line with that familiar wing T look. Hudson to the near side. This is Hudson with the carry coming to the near side. Good block by Ali and friends to push the pile for a gain of 5. Defense for the Lions tonight. Up front, you've got Jackson McGuire, Dijon Fitzgerald, Owen Lynch, and Orion Collet are your down 4. Linebackers Chase Callahan, Jeff Cropper, and Jackson McNamara. Sean Benson and Brody Allison are your corners. Andrew Heiserman and Garrett Clark at the safety spot. 2nd and 5 upcoming after Casey Hudson picks up 5 on his first carry. Hudson in motion from the 35. Mulhern, quick give is to Barlow. He's got running room and shakes a tackle. 1st down, yardage to the 45. 10 quick yards there for Barlow, who had a nice start to his junior season a week ago. 12 carries, 89 yards, and found the end zone 3 times.
Nice hole up the middle there, Brian. Right through the center slot there. He got a good 10 yards, 1st down.
Panthers a little outsized up front tonight, but quickness and athleticism is what they'll be counting on most of the year. 8-man front for the Lions. Juggling the pitch as Barlow disrupts it momentarily. Still able to lean for about 3 yards. Met there by Cropper, the senior linebacker. So, again, a lot of experience for Penncrest tonight. They start a sophomore and a freshman, and then other than that, 9 seniors on the defensive side of the ball. 2nd down and 7 upcoming here for Haven. 10:40 and counting to play here in the opening quarter. Schuster over the ball at his 48-yard line. Mulhern with a long count. Ali for the first time cuts it back, crosses midfield, and carries tacklers for a couple more. This brings up 3rd down and short. Nice work by Yusuf Ali, who led the team a week ago with 142 yards on just 11 carries.
Yeah, Ali gets a lot of yards after contact, Brian, and it's very important, running up the middle. He's small, but he's got strong, powerful legs.
Indeed, and here we go after a gain of 5. 3rd down and 2, probably 4-down territory for the Panthers if they keep it moving forward. Tight end to the near side is Tyler Slaughter. Motion man is Hudson. Give inside is to Mudrick. He's wrapped up immediately. Great job by number 11. Well, we thought it was going to be 4-down territory. Now might have something to think about as Orion Collet blasts in for a loss, throwing him for a loss of 2. 4th and 4, and now Panthers show punt, I believe. Well, let's see. Luke Mulhern is on the field, and but he is your punter. All right, here we go. Panthers might be a man short here. This will be their first punt of the season. Jackson Miller to snap it. Heiserman awaits, and now you've got a flag. And let's see here. Panthers, do they have too many men on the field? All right, they might have 12 on the field here. Yep. Illegal substitution, 12 on the field. That'll back it up and turn it to 4th and 9. So, frustrating possession there for the Panthers, who were moving it well and then had the 3rd down play blown up. Penalty now sets up 4th and long. Luke Mulhern's first punt of the season. He'll let it fly from the 35. Line drive kick. This will be Heiserman with a chance here at the 24-yard line, looking for room up that far sideline. Running room indeed. Mudrick trying to hold the edge and does, stopping him just shy of midfield, but boy, not much of a net right there. Penncrest will start near midfield with their first possession of the night. The Lions offense tonight looks like this. Your quarterback is Paul Graham. Running back is Sean Benson. We'll see Jeff Cropper in there as well. Orion Collet will be your tight end at times. We'll mix in number 19, Chase Callahan at tight end as well. Finley Lester and Andrew Heiserman will play some wide receiver. Zach Poole, your center. Owen Lynch and Jackson McGuire, the guards. Donovan Truccio and Bill Driscoll are your bookend tackles. Receivers to either side. Shotgun look here for Paul Graham in the offense. From the 49, Penncrest option to the far side. This is Benson, running room, and picks up 6 or 7 to get things started for the Lion offense. Panther defense tonight. looks like this. Landon Barlow, Nick Firebaugh, Tyler Slaughter, and Zach Milligan are down 4. Cole Haley and Patrick Burke join Luke Mulhern at linebacker. Corners, Grayson LaFrance and Jalen Starr. Quinn Kell and Casey Hudson are the safeties. 7 on the first carry of the game for Sean Benson. 2nd down and 3 for Penncrest. Wing to the far side, option it the same way. They'll give it to Benson again. 1st down yardage across the 40, sheds a tackle and bangs his way to the Panther 34-yard line. Good push here from the offensive line.
He's finding some room on that right side there. Big yardage both plays. The Panthers got to adjust that line a little and see what they can do.
All right. Again, Panthers will be outsized tonight for sure, both sides of the football. And Lions throwing their weight around early here. 8:15 to go here in quarter number 1. 1st down and 10 from the 34. It's Graham. He'll pitch one more time. They'll say we'll do it till you stop it. And didn't get much that time. Well, got a little less that time before Pat Burke drops Benson at the 30. So 3 straight carries and still 2nd down and a very manageable 6 here. Gain of 4 more for Benson, who has 20 yards on his first 3 totes of the game. You're right, Pete. No, they're having trouble. They're getting pushed off the ball there.
They may have to widen that line a little bit and play a little more to the end. But then they'll run up the middle, so, you know.
All right, here we go. Graham in the gun one more time. Going to keep it himself this time. He's looking for room on the edge, and they will stack him up this time. Barlow wraps him up. There to help as well is Cole Haley and Luke Mulhern. Forward progress gives them the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Brings up 3rd down and 6. Still going to be 4-down territory, I'm sure.
Yeah, they're close enough for that. And that last play, they just reacted a little quicker, the Panthers did, so it stopped them.
All right, here we go. Looking for room here are the Lions. Split to the far side is Finley Lester. Heisemer into the near side. On 3rd and 6, they fake the option and coming up the middle, Graham, and he's going nowhere. Jackson Miller into the game. He stacks up his man quickly, and maybe a yard to be generous for Graham that time. It'll bring up 4th and 5. Lions see what they can come up with. Miller checks out of the game for this play. Oblek back in. So, each team's defense trying to get a stop here. Panthers trying to return the favor after they were forced to punt. Lions, 4th and 5, trying to keep the sticks moving here. Graham with 3 wide receivers this time. Motion man is Cole, and rolling to his left. Now they draw back to the weak side. Benson dives forward and has himself, it's going to be close. He dove and stretched the ball, but I think they're going to mark him just a yard shy. In 1st downs, but the Panther defense stiffens, and with 5:56 to go here in quarter number 1, the offense back on the field for another shot at it. All right, good defense here from both teams on big downs.
That's a very big play, stopping that run.
Hudson wing to the far side, Ali and Mudrick in the backfield on 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Counter, and nope, they go sweep to this near side. A lead block from Faribault. Hudson cuts behind it. 1st down, yardage and more. Out to the 41-yard line goes Casey Hudson. Gain of 16 on the sweep. And Nick Faribault, the all-central guard, leading the way. In fact, the only senior on that offensive unit, besides Mulhern.
Very young unit this year, Brian. They'll just get better as the season goes on.
Mudrick, when he checks in, there's another senior in the backfield as well. Don't want to shortchange our 12th graders here. But you said it, Pete. They're young, but Penncrest lines up tight to the ball. Hudson shakes a tackle, does well to pick up maybe a yard there. Could have been dropped for a loss as Cole was in the backfield quickly. Brings up 2nd down and 9.
He bounced off 2 guys and got a yard out of it. Small run, but a good run.
All right, clock ticks, 5:03, 5:02 and counting in a fast-moving first quarter. We are scoreless. Panthers break the huddle with John Riley as a tight end to the far side. Slaughter to the near side, Ali at the bottom of your screen as a wing. On 2nd and 9, this is Mudrick up the middle, bangs his way near first down yardage. We'll check the spot. It's awfully close. I think he'll be a yard shy. Give Mudrick 8 on the trap up the middle.
Looks like Farball's doing his job right up the middle there. Great blocking by Nick Farball.
And Schuster as well as the center. Quick seal there. Brings up third down and a yard with the ball at the midfield stripe. We'll see if Luke Mulhern goes with a hard count or try to get something going. 3rd and 1 was not kind on the first drive. Turned into a loss on the play, and Panthers ended up punting after a penalty. Quick snap. Right up the middle goes Mudrick. 2nd, 3rd effort, dragging people down to the 41-yard line. Gain of 9 more for hard-charging Ryan Mudrick. Panthers starting to get the offense going now with another first down. We'll try to get you a couple score updates from elsewhere. Just a few games tonight on this special Thursday night edition of high school football, but try to keep you posted. 9 in the box, really 10 in the box now on first down for Penncrest. Gives to Barlow, who shakes and bakes, spinning his way forward for a good gain on first down. He'll have almost 8 or 9 here. And again, pulling guard that time is Nick Faribault leading the way.
That offensive line is playing really good right now. They're opening holes for their running backs, and they're getting 5, 6, 7 yards a pop.
2nd and about 2 upcoming as Landon Barlow, another junior, sets up as a wing to the far side this time. Mudrick is your fullback. Quick snap, quick hitter to Mudrick, and he is dumped immediately. Nice job by Fitzgerald that time, getting off his block, and 56 tosses Mudrick aside here after maybe a half a yard. That's about it. 3rd and about 1.5 yards.
Well, we're in 4-down territory for sure.
Clock ticks. 2:47 and counting to play here in a first quarter that's flying. We're scoreless. John Riley, tight end to the far side, Slaughter to the near side. Panthers, quick hitter up. There's a quarterback sneak, and diving forward is Luke Mulhern. Has himself a first down to the 29-yard line. Mulhern didn't get much, but didn't need much to move the chains there. He had a nice scramble a week ago, had an 18-yard run.
Yeah, he did.
But this is short yardage and exactly what they're looking for there.
If you need short yardage, run right behind Nick.
Yeah.
You'll probably get it.
All right, here we go. Cole Haley checks in as a tight end to the near side. Riley out. 1st and 10 for the Panthers from the 29. Gives to Barlow. He is met in the hole immediately. They'll lose a yard as Collet there to meet him with no resistance up front there. Number 70, Owen Lynch, in to help as well. They'll actually call it a loss of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 12. I don't know what happened there, if that's just a missed block or just excellent defense, but
I think a little bit of both.
1:35 and counting to play here in the first. Panthers, for the first time, looking at down in distance beyond the sticks. Riley split end to the left. Play fake, and they sweep to Ali, looking for room off that left edge, turns the corner, across the 25, and he'll be near first down yardage. So Riley on the edge maybe drew a little attention there, and then the speed of Yosef Ali takes it inside the 25 and sets up 3rd and a much more manageable, let's see, 2 maybe?
Yeah, I
3rd and about 2. Gain of 10 for Ali.
And that was the way to run, to the left, because that's where all the ground was. So the ball was so far to the right. You got Ali to the left with open spaces. He's going to get you some yards.
All right. Little adjustment here for Penncrest. They've got some bigger bodies on the edges here. Heiserman and Benson are your corners, and they've moved the freshman Brody Allison to a safety spot. 3rd down and 2. 9 in the box for Penncrest. Quick hitter to Mudrick. He'll bang his way to first down yardage and then some. Ryan Mudrick down to the 15-yard line. Picks up 6 and another Panther first down. Very impressive drive so far here, Pete.
Sure is, and like you said, the clock, it's almost the end of the quarter. but we haven't seen the ball go in the air yet, so the clock's not going to stop.
This is a Penncrest and Strath Haven kind of game.
It is.
Both coaches would prefer to not see it, the ball flying around very much.
Well, last week they both ran for over 300 yards, so you can expect this.
Riley out, Haley in as a tight end to the far side. On 1st and 10 from the 15, Panthers in the red zone for the first time tonight. Mudrick one more time, straight ahead into the secondary and into the end zone. Nice work by Mudrick on the cutback, and the Panthers on the board first. Clock should stop here. We're at 25 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Strath Haven on the board first as Ryan Mudrick's second touchdown of the season. John Riley will hold. Jackson Miller to snap it. Matt Steyer 6 for 6 a week ago. Lines up for the extra point. Snap is a good one. Ball spotted. Steyer, plenty of leg and right down Broadway. 24 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Panthers on the board first. You're listening live to high school football on havenfootball.net.
Want to have your kids get involved in the fastest growing youth sport in America? Non-contact flag football is here in Wallingford at Fisher's Finest Flag Football. Boys and girls in 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th grades are eligible. Adult coaching for each team assures that each child is taught proper football techniques and skills. Get involved in flag football. Sign up for learning camps in spring 2026. Go to fishersfinest13.com for more information.
Hello everyone, I'm Ron Jaworski, former Philadelphia Eagles quarterback, and you're listening to high school football right here on Haven Football.
Welcome back to George L. King Field. Just 24 seconds remaining on the game clock in quarter number 1, and the Panthers make the most of getting that football back. A big 4th down stop, got them the ball inside their own 30, and after about a dozen running plays later, Ryan Mudrick on the cutback has his second touchdown of the season. In from the 15-yard line, 7-0 Strath Haven with 24 ticks to go here on the 4th quarter clock. The sun has now ducked behind those trees. Better sight lines for everybody here in the booth and the receivers on the field. And Tim Steyer ready to kick it away.
Matt Steyer.
Thank you for the brother check. Older brother Tim, I hope you're watching. Younger brother Matt with a terrific kickoff. He'll be fielded at the 1-yard line. Derek Bradley wraps him up and slams down Benson at the 11-yard line. Beautiful open field tackle for number 30, Bradley, with a big stop, and now a long field for Penncrest with 19 seconds to go. That was nearly a touchback, tiptoeing apparently just in front of that goal line. The referee was right there to watch it.
He did, after he caught it, his back foot did touch the line. I don't know if that counts as a touchback in high school football.
The referee was right in his hip pocket there, so again, good work there by the official. And
we're
Benson,
better off anyway.
Yeah, Benson, took a chance trying to bring it out, and Bradley with a big stop. Graham from the 11-yard line, going to quarterback sweep to that far side, looking for running room, trying to turn the corner, and he's bumped out of bounds after a short gain to maybe the 15 or so. So call it a gain of 3 or 4 for Paul Graham. As we mentioned in the opening, Graham last week, 206 yards rushing on 19 carries, 5 touchdowns, 2 for 3 passing for another 88 yards and a score. And the young man can do it all, and certainly a lot of experience. He shared time as a sophomore, but got lots of experience. Was the guy last year as well for the majority of the season. Here Graham's going to pitch it to Benson. The Panthers ready for it that time. Swallowed up immediately. Great job by Faribaugh and Burke. And not much doing on second down there. And that, folks, will do it for the first quarter. We flew through that one, and now the Penncrest Lions trying to keep the sticks moving when we come back for quarter number 2. Glad you joined us live on the archive. Be back in a moment on havenfootball.net.
Welcome to Allstate, where everyone saves when they bundle their home and auto insurance. Isn't that right, Frank?
I saved 25%. Booyah.
You protected your casa?
Sure did.
And the Frank tank?
You know it.
And now you're relaxing.
I'm working from home.
Sure you are. Save up to 25% when you bundle home and auto with Allstate.
Your local Allstate agent is Steve Taub in media. Give him a call at 610-566-3500.
This is Keith Jackson. You're listening to High School Football right here on Haven Football.
Welcome back to George L. King Field. Brian Carroll bringing you play-by-play, joined by Pete Fulgenetti. Thanks again to Andrew Kaufman with the stats and spotting. Mike Mayer engineering this whole thing. And looking for to see Dean Michelson back here maybe next week. He's out tonight. Thanks again to Mike Clancy doing a phenomenal job, as always, with the camera upstairs. Panthers with a fast start here. 7-0 is the lead. And now the defense trying to keep Penncrest pinned down inside their own 20 here. It'll be 3rd and maybe 6 or 7. We'll see. 3rd and 7 when they line up to snap the football here and start quarter number 2. Try to get you some score updates as we go. A couple other Delaware County teams in action tonight.
A couple of scores from around District 1. 7-7 between Upper Marion and Wissahickon. Westchester East returned the opening kickoff and leads Upper Moreland 7-0.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 7. Paul Graham moving left to right now, starting this second quarter. Sprint out to the left side. Eyes downfield. It's going to float it up a little wheel route. Incomplete. Overshoots Benson. Cole Haley trailing him in coverage. Quinn Kell in the neighborhood as well. And the first pass of the night for either team falls harmlessly to the turf. 4th and long now for Penncrest. And we'll see the punt team. It'll be their first punt of the season as well.
Brian, that was the first play that went to the left side of the formation. I was watching all those plays going to the right and thinking they got to come left eventually. Well, they did there with a pass incomplete.
Orion Collet is the punter. We weren't sure who it was. We didn't get to see any of that on film last week, as neither the Lions or Panthers punted a week ago. Collet waiting for his 11th man to join the formation here. He has his heels on the goal line, ready to catch the punt near the midfield stripe is Quinn Kell. He's joined there by Jake Plunkett as well. High snap, but still time for Collet with a line drive kick. It's going to hop inside the 50, the 40, the 35, and a terrific roll here for Penncrest. Backs up the Panthers to the 32-yard line. So, Panthers played it safe, said, hey, go get away from it, we won't catch it, but there's the risk. Rolled about, or almost 20 yards, and tilts the field just a little bit in Penncrest's direction. But the Haven offense trying to build on a 7-0 lead now after Mudrick's 15-yard run late in the first quarter. $11:42 to go here in quarter number 2. Panthers will take their first snap, moving towards the west end zone now. All right, under center, Mulhern gives sweep to that far side. This is Hudson, who is wrapped up in the backfield. Nice job flying up from that safety spot, I believe. Is that 7? Iserman coming up. Saw that on film a few times last week. He had a couple tackles for loss against Sun Valley in the 40-17 victory for the Lions a week ago. Nice work by Iserman, and Panthers missed a block on that one.
Yeah.
Second and about 14 after Hudson is dropped on first down. Hudson to the near side behind Tyler Slaughter. Ali in the backfield with Mudrick. Luke Mulhern under center on 2nd and 14. Quick hitter, this is Mudrick on the trap. Right into the arms of Jackson McNamara, but still leans forward out near the original line of scrimmage. Brings up 3rd down and 10. Mudrick with 6 carries now for 35 yards, and the Panthers score. 5 different ball carriers already here for the Panthers through the first quarter. And Mulhern jogs in the play. Panthers in no hurry, looking to milk the clock here and keep possession of the ball, see what they draw up here on 3rd and about 10. John Riley to the near side. Wing to the far side is Ali. Play fake, and they sweep to this near side. Ali with a cutback, bangs his way across the 35, tarrying tacklers, and I believe he's got a first down. Boy, if he's short by inches, and nope, they're going to move it forward. Line judge on this near side. Ali delivers the blow to the tackler. A 10-yard run for Yosef Ali, and man, he packs a punch, Pete.
Yeah, Ali, the greatest thing about him is he gets yards after the contact. You know, you hit him and he's going to get 3 to 4 more yards.
3rd and 10, you run a handoff to the left side and move the chains anyway. 9 in the box for Penncrest. Ali one more time. Get to him a little faster this time. Nice work there by 22 Jeff Cropper getting off his block and doing a better job wrapping up for the Lions that time. Gain of 3 for Ali on his 4th carry of the evening. He has 28 yards. And again, a very balanced look here in terms of number of carries and number of yards for the Panthers in the early going. 2nd and 7. Again, 9 in the box for the Lions. They shift Barlow into the backfield. It is Barlow sweeping to that far side and looking for room. Bounces outside. Good speed from number 3 in black, but nice open field tackle coming up to make the stop is the freshman Brody Allison from that free safety spot.
That was a nice bounce outside, Brian. He could have been stopped for a 2-yard loss, but he got a 2 or 3 yard gain. Nice run.
3rd and call it 6, maybe 5. All right, 3rd and about 5 here for the Panthers as Barlow goes for just a couple. 8:30 and counting to go here in the first half. Panthers trying to keep the football moving with this 7-0 lead. Ali in motion. And the quick hitter goes to Mudrick. He'll bounce his way forward to first down yardage. McNamara hanging on for dear life, but Mudrick takes 7 more and another Panther first down.
Right up the middle, behind you-know-who.
Chase Schuster and Nick Faribault leading the way again. 42 yards rushing on the ground for Mudrick and 7 carries. Penncrest taking every inch in the way they line up, huh? They are right over the ball with all 9 guys up front here. They look to be squared away. This time back to pass on first down, looking for running room now is Mulhern. Going to keep it himself, picks up a few, and bumped out of bounds there by Benson at about the 40-yard line. So that's a nice little additive, if you will, for the Panthers as Luke Mulhern can use his legs outside the pocket. Riley on the flag pattern that time looked to be well covered, and Mulhern says we'll take 6.
He was well covered. I think if he was open, he would have got the ball, but he was well covered, so it was good for him to run the ball, Mulhern.
From the near side of the field here, Panthers set up with another wing T look, 2 tight end set. On 2nd and 4, Mulhern turns and gives to Mudrick one more time. Holding the ball high and tight. He'll pick up a couple more and turn it to 3rd down and 2. As a host of Penncrest tacklers wrap him up. Clock ticks, 7:25 and counting to go here in the 2nd quarter.
Well, the time of possession this year isn't not like last year. 3 minutes in the first half. It's a lot more this year.
That's right. Last year's game was just a bizarre thing to see on the stat sheet.
It was,
and Penncrest did a tremendous job holding the ball and limiting damage. 3rd down and about 4. This is Ali. Gets a block, has some speed across the 30-yard line and down near the 26. Excellent job by Ali to pick up 12 more and another first down. Zach Milligan leading the way on that one. And Yusuf Ali continuing to pile up yards. He has 40 on just 5 carries.
A couple of quick score updates from around District 1. Norristown leads Phoenixville 7-0. Upper Darby and Conestoga tied at 7.
We'll keep you posted on other scores as we go. From the 26 on 1st and 10, Barlow juggles the handoff but has some room now. Stiff arm and still on his feet, and now the speed. Landon Barlow to the house from 26 yards out. He's in the end zone for the 4th time this season. Juggled that handoff, but no matter. The Panthers on the board again with 6:21 to go in the quarter.
You know what I like about this offense, Brian? They attack you from different angles with different running backs. Very, very good offense.
Hard to guess who's getting the football play to play here. Matt Steyer on for the extra point. Riley to hold. Ball spotted. Kick is away. Plenty of leg and good. Steyer 2 for 2. The Panthers have scored on their last 2 drives, and we'll be back in just a moment on havenfootball.net.
Your car is probably your second biggest investment, and AMF Auto Clinic in Brookhaven wants to keep that investment in tip-top shape. AMF Auto Clinic has been maintaining automobiles since 1961, and they take pride in their work and in keeping your car in perfect running order. From inspections to general maintenance and repair, you can trust your auto investment to AMF Auto Clinic in Brookhaven. Call for an appointment today at 610-872-2167.
Hi, everyone. This is Greg Murphy from the Phillies broadcast team, where high school football never sounded so good, right here at havenfootball.com.
6:21 to go here in quarter number 2. Strath Haven leading now 14-0 after another 68-yard scoring drive. Landon Barlow with a sweep off the right side takes it in from 26 yards out, and another very impressive drive here for the Panther offense. And now a little bit of a cushion midway through this second quarter. Other Central League action. We'll keep an eye on that Conestoga Upper Darby score. Panthers have Upper Darby here next Friday night. So we'll have the game film on that one later this weekend and start studying up for next Friday. Here, long way to go in this one. Penncrest trying to answer now. Steyer has it teed just inside this near hash. Benson awaits. And it's a high end-over-end kick coming down to Benson at about the 4-yard line. Looking for running room up the middle, weaves his way across the 20, and is wrapped up right there. Nice job by number 56, Nick Faribault, on the stop. So, got a flag on the play, and a hold illegal use of the hands against Penncrest will back it up a little further. So, went from bad to worse here for Penncrest, who had a little bit of breathing room at the end of that return, Pete, across the 20, and now this one's going the wrong direction for the Lions.
Yeah, the coverage from the Strath Haven special team there was really good, and now the penalty makes it even better.
Steyer, 3 touchbacks last week. I'm also impressed with the height he gets on these kickoffs. That ball is up in the air for a while. It gives the coverage unit a chance to get downfield. He's a special talent here and quite a weapon in the special teams at the moment. Graham in the shotgun, Benson with him in the backfield on 1st and 10. From the 11, toss to this near side, trying to get something going. That's not Benson, that's Cropper, and he is undercut quickly by Luke Mulhern. Maybe a yard, or probably, we'll see where they spot this one. But in the meantime, I don't know what you're signaling, Mike. I don't. Okay. All right. 2nd down upcoming. Gain of maybe a yard on the play here as Cropper brings it up from there. 5:30 and counting to go here in the second quarter. Graham in the gun, rolling to his right, going to keep it himself this time, cuts it back, and the Panthers have to stay home. Here's where he's dangerous on the cutbacks. Jalen Starr does a good job getting off the block, and Haley there to clean up, but a great run there by Graham, and that's what we saw in the Sun Valley film a week ago. Cut back, and this guy knows how to find some room. All the way out to the 30-yard line. Great work there by Graham.
Yeah, the Panther defense had him trapped, but all the defenders were on the left side. The right side was wide open. He just reversed his field and got his yards.
A little bit of breathing room now for Penncrest as they pick up their first down since midway through the first quarter. Heiserman split to the near side. Slot right as well. Graham in the gun on 1st and 10. They option to the left and looking for room, and Panthers swarm this time. Maybe a yard for the senior quarterback, and not much doing thanks to Milligan and Faribault. They'll put it down at about the 31 and change. So 2nd and 8.5. Yeah. Clock ticks. 4:20 and counting to go in the second. Penncrest trying to cut the lead in half, and remember, we'll get the football to start the third quarter. So if they can get some points on the board here, could change the tenor of this game very quickly. Graham, wing to that far side. He's going to keep it himself. Nice job pulling it out of the belly. Cuts it back and is wrapped up there by Mulhern after a gain of maybe 5. So good read there by Mulhern as Cropper was swarmed immediately on what looked to be a handoff. Nice read and nice fake. 3:40 and counting to go here. Panther defense, some hands on the hips right now, but they've been able to stay relatively fresh here.
Big third down here, Brian.
Trying to keep the chains moving here are the Lions. 3rd and a long 3. Graham trying to find a seam. Very patient. Has a first down, and Grayson LaFrance shoves him out of bounds out near the 45-yard line. Good work right there by Graham, but you have an injured player down now for Penncrest. That's 51, Jackson McGuire, two-way offensive lineman here. So we're going to keep an eye on him and take a short time out. Wishing the best here for McGuire. Penncrest will have first down when we come back on havenfootball.net.
Alumni and Friends Supporting Kids is a fiscal partner of the Foundation for Wallingford Swarthmore Schools. ASK strives to bridge the gaps in access to educational resources so that WSSD students have a holistic school experience. ASK helps students K-12 with items, services, and resources to support and enhance their educational experience with a focus on academic, artistic, athletic, and social enrichment. ASK scholarship forms are available on the WSSD website as well as through the school counseling department.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ron Jaworski, former Philadelphia Eagles quarterback, and you're listening to high school football right here on Haven Football.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for the Lions, and coming after an injury timeout. Wishing the best here for Jackson McGuire, one of the key linemen here for the Lions. But new life here for Penncrest at their own 45-yard line. A couple of key runs here from Paul Graham. He takes the snap one more time, looking for room, following his block from Cropper, and not much doing, but still the Panthers have to wrap up. And first man didn't get him, but good pursuit. Lots of silver helmets around the football, no gain on the play.
Ron, what he likes to do is he dances around and looks for that little opening. And if you can just keep him dancing and get some support from your other players, that's how you stop that man.
Actually going to move him backwards for a loss of 2. So nice work there by the Panthers to clog the running lanes that time. 2nd down and 12. 2:35 and counting to play here in the first half. Penncrest trying to get on the board here, trailing 14-0. Split to the bottom of the screen to the near side, Finley Lester. Heiserman to the far side, Graham back, looking, eyes downfield, now going to look to run it. Barlow on his tail, trying to turn the corner. Haley slows him down, and then Barlow shoves him out near the midfield stripe. So gain of maybe 7 brings up 3rd and 5. Nice work here by Graham. Nobody open downfield, and makes something out of nothing. He is definitely, as most teenage boys do, they get bigger, faster, and stronger as they age. I'm thinking back to sophomore Paul Graham and junior Paul Graham would not have probably turned the corner that way, and he's definitely bigger, stronger, and
when you
certainly
eat $100 worth of food a week, that's the way it works.
Here we go. 3rd and 5, motion, and motion in the wrong direction here for the Lions. Penncrest flinches here pre-snap, and it'll back it up 5 yards. Turn it to 3rd and 10, and what could very well be a different play call. So, 2:10 to go here before half. Panther defense trying to get the offense on the field one more time. Heiserman split to the far side. The sophomore slot to the far side as well as Callahan. Lester at the bottom of your screen. Cole in motion now. And now rolling to the left side. Graham floats it to the flat. Cropper's got it, and he is tackled beautifully in the open field by Quinn Kell. Kell flying up to make the stop, holds him to a gain of 4, and the punt team returns for the Lions.
Great.
Clock ticks, 1:55, and timeout Strath Haven to preserve a little time here for the offense. Excellent work there by the defense, and good work there by the coaching staff to give the Panthers a shot at it here with 2 timeouts in their pocket. And we'll keep it right here, Pete. Let's see what the Panthers can do after, we'll see where the field position can get them.
I like the way they're tackling tonight, Brian. They're hitting low, just taking their legs out, and if you do that, you're going to bring a guy down. That tackle there was just one-on-one, went around his ankles, and down he went. And now you're going to get the ball back with a little under 2 minutes to go.
Haven can do a lot of damage here if they can get this ball and find a way to score. Field goal or 7 points, either way.
They'll have 2 timeouts to work with, and we'll see what happens here with the. Do you set up for return? Do you maybe come after this one? See if you can get a block. There is a lot of length on this Strath Haven roster. Haley at 6'3", Oblick at 6'5", Slaughter at 6'4". See if they come after it. They do not. And Collet hits a low wobbler. It's angling to the far side, takes a hop inside the 20. Tremendous roll again, inside the 10. It'll roll to a stop at the 7-yard line, and Collet with another fantastic punt. And the Panthers now have to be careful. We'll see what they drum up, but I don't think you're seeing a shotgun spread here from your own 7-yard line.
No, they might play a little conservative here. That's a second great punt Penncrest had with about 20 yards of roll. It doesn't matter how it gets there as long as it gets there.
So they've tilted the field in a big way here. Ryan Mudrick checks out, and Mulhern brings in the play with just 1:40 to go before halftime and a long field in front of the Panthers. They'll snap it from the 7-yard line. Leading 14-0, would love to add more here. Barlow in at fullback, Ali wing to the far side. Ali in motion, give on the quick hitter is Barlow for not much. Maybe a yard, and then DeJohn Fitzgerald wraps him up quickly. Forward progress. I'll give him next to nothing, I think. Second and...
They're letting the clock run, Brian.
Yeah, clock ticking, 1:17, 1:16. Penncrest with all 3 timeouts, but I'm thinking Barlow out, Mudrick back in with 1:05, 1:04. Now a minute to go here. No particular hurry here for Mulhern. Mudrick is your fullback on 2nd down and 10. On the give, this is Casey Hudson looking for some running room. Has the edge and then cuts it back. 1st down and more. Hudson out across the 25-yard line. Found a little soft edge on that far side and a little more breathing room here. As Hudson goes, they'll say stepped out at the 23. So gain of 16 for Casey Hudson. 45 seconds to go now. Panthers with the clock stopped. 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line. And, see what they can drum up here. Field goal range, you're looking at, you need probably the 30-yard line to give Steyer a shot. Long way to go there. Quick hitter up the middle on the and shedding tackles momentarily is Mudrick. He's near 1st down yardage, but they'll mark him shy. So the clock ticks. 37 seconds, 36 seconds. Jalen Starr checks in. Riley out. Clock ticks again. Panthers still with 2 timeouts. Mulhern will need to hurry to bring it to the line here.
Kind of surprised they didn't use these timeouts, Brian.
Mudrick picks up 6. 2nd down and 4. Jalen Starr split end to the near side. Back to pass. They look, fired out here to Starr, looking for some running room, makes one man miss. 1st down yardage, and Jalen Starr's first catch of the year dances out to the 46-yard line and has a Panther 1st down. So 7 seconds to go, and you're right, Pete. Boy, you lost maybe 25 seconds
Easy,
there.
Yeah, you'd have over 30 seconds if you'd have used that other timeout.
So maybe a mistake there for the Panthers, but like I said, Steyer has some range, but not this kind of range.
Not 80 yards.
Yeah, they're looking at, you'd have to find about 25 more yards here to even consider giving him a shot, and that's tough to do with just 7.7 seconds on the game clock. So 14-yard gain there from Mulhern to Jalen Starr on the first pass of the night for the Panthers. Casey Hudson checks out. Starr still in the game with 7.7 to go. See what you can drum up here for the Panthers. Tyler Slaughter, tight end to the far side. Riley split to the near side. In motion, Ali. Play fake back is Mulhern. Looking. Has some time momentarily, and now will step out of bounds. I believe shy of the line of scrimmage. We'll see. Panther coaching staff took a bump there. Hopefully Jim Connor's okay. Seems to be all right.
He jumped up. He's got that new hip.
That's right. All right, gain of maybe a yard for Mulhern. Now 2.3 seconds left to go in the half. We'll have one more shot at it, barring a defensive penalty. Hudson, wing to the near side. Riley split to the far side. Last play of the half in all likelihood. Mulhern, quick hitter. They go counter crisscross. This is Casey Hudson. He's got himself first down yardage. Ripping at the ball is Penncrest. Nice work by Hudson to hang on to it. Down to the 39, but well shy of what the Panthers needed there. Gain of 14 more for Hudson. And 14 points on the board for the Panthers through the first 24 minutes. They'll take that lead for sure and take it to halftime with a goose egg on the board for the Lions. Penncrest will start with the by receiving the second half kickoff, so they'll look to get some momentum when we come back. We'll hear at halftime from the Strath Haven Marching Unit, Penncrest Marching Band as well as chatter from Pete and Andrew and Mike and a whole lot more. We'll try to get some score updates as well. Glad you're joining us live on the archive. Week 2 of the high school football season in Delaware County, and carrying it here on havenfootball.net.
Looking for pre-K childcare with an emphasis on learning? Ducklings Early Learning Center is available for children 6 weeks to 5 years old within one block of Nether Providence Elementary School on Moore Road in Wallingford. At Ducklings, our college-educated teachers create a safe, nurturing, educational environment in our beautiful facility. Call Ducklings today for an appointment at 610-936-9400.
This is Merrill Reese, voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, where high school football never sounded so good, right here at havenfootball.net.
For your dream home, with over a decade of experience, Jess Mudrick knows the market inside and out. Known for her dedication and personalized service, Jess ensures every client finds their perfect match, from first-time buyers to luxury estates. A partner at the Sheridan Mudrick team and backed by Coldwell Banker Realty, Jess combines expertise with innovation, using the latest technology to make your buying or selling process seamless. For a real estate experience that's second to none, trust Jess Mudrick and the Sheridan Mudrick team. Visit SheridanMudrick.com today.
This is Merrill Reese, voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, where high school football never sounded so good, right here at havenfootball.net.
Nagging soft tissue injury, chronic joint pain? Give Rose Tree Wellness Center a call and see Dr. Tom O'Brien for a complete diagnosis and treatment. Dr. O'Brien specializes in active release techniques, ART. ART can deal with many issues, including chronic shoulder, knee, and ankle pain. Rose Tree Wellness Center also offers a complete series of massage therapy as well as general chiropractic care. Don't spend another day in pain. Call 610-789-5555 and make an appointment today.
This is Merrill Reese, voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, and you're listening to high school football right here on havenfootball.net.
Welcome back to George L. King Field, where at halftime it is the Strath Haven Panthers 14, the Penncrest Lions 0. Pete, a pretty solid performance from the Panthers in that first half, wouldn't you say?
Yes, absolutely. A little bit like the way last week started when Interbar moved the ball a little. Penncrest was moving the ball when they got the ball, and but little by little they started to spread out and defend that right side where they were getting big yards. And the offense, what I like about this Panther offense is the running backs. They've got Mulhern that can run. They got Mudrick, Hudson, and Ali. And with the four of them, especially the three running backs, they can wear down a defense. And I think, like last week with the Interborough in the fourth quarter, I think they could do the same thing to Penncrest tonight.
Yeah, it's been once again by committee. 32 plays run in the first half for the Panthers. 31 of them rushes, and they've got 4 different ball carriers already with 5 touches apiece.
Yeah, and by doing that, they keep their ball carriers fresh too. So you get into the fourth quarter, you have fresher ball carriers running against a tired defensive line, and it proved that last week. Now, will it prove it this week? We'll see, but it certainly has to affect a little bit.
Yeah, the size of Penncrest got to Strath Haven a bit on their first drive and allowed Penncrest to get a big stop on fourth down, and it's just been pretty much a lot of Strath Haven since.
Yeah, I mean, the runs in that last drive there, it's a shame they didn't call timeout sooner. They left one in their pocket because they were driving the ball, and I think 10 more yards and Matt Steyer would have been in range for a long field goal. But so far, I think the Panthers are playing excellent ball, and I'm pretty sure, and this is the second week, there's been 0 fumbles.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't have said that.
For the Panthers, at least.
Yeah.
Whereas we did get Interborough to turn the ball over twice, although both of those were punt related.
Really good, clean play for the second game of the season, and these guys are just going to get better as the season goes on. So it's a fun team to watch. There's no superstar breakaway guys, but they got a lot of good running backs and a very adequate quarterback to keep the ball moving.
For sure. It's been an excellent performance once again from the Panther defense, being able to hold Penncrest off the board. That first drive looked a little bit shaky for the defense, but they've settled in and locked in and been able to focus more on Paul Graham and this option offense that Penncrest runs.
Yeah, just like last week, I was saying they had to get their sea legs against Interborough. And I think the same thing happened this week. And they made some adjustments. Once you see what's coming at you, Jim Connor adjusts the defense, and, they started to stop them and slow them up.
Yeah, we've got a good game going here. We've got the Penncrest band on the field. We'll see the Strath Haven band in a couple of minutes once Penncrest is done. Pete, you want to talk about the Phillies, or should we leave them out of sight, out of mind after that debacle at City Field this past week?
I got one thing to say about the Phillies. Stay out of New York City.
At least out of Queens.
Yeah, it's a nice place to visit, but you don't want to be there too long. Now, there's something mentally going on there. They get into New York against the Mets, and they just absolutely, I don't know what to say. But now they're home. I don't know what they're doing tonight. They got a 4-game series at home against the Braves, and they still have a 4-game lead. So if they can turn it around, they should be all right. But
they're having a very good game tonight. There have been 4 home runs already by the Phillies. They're leading it 6-3 midway through the 4th inning.
Yeah, it's nice to get home. And I got to say that rookie pitcher for the Mets last night, I've never seen. I mean, you could see the ball floating left and right on the TV screen like a wiffle ball. That kid's going to be good. He's got a 3-0 record with a .089 ERA. That's awesome.
So, some of those pitches he was throwing, he threw a curveball and a fastball that halfway to the plate, they're in the exact same spot. How do you as a hitter manage to pick up the ball and actually hit that when
the first time you see him?
It's 2 different pitches, and it ends up one in the opposite batter's box and one at your feet.
I think
we're going to
get some tape on them.
A quick break and hand it over to Nick Pignataro for the introduction of the Strath Haven Panther Marching Band.
Do you have slow-running drains? Are you thinking about selling your home or property? If so, go to scarpagnatoplumbing.com and schedule a technician. They are the area's only small plumbing company to offer in-house trenchless sewer and water main repairs. They also offer sewer lateral certifications for the surrounding communities. From faucets to water heaters, they can handle all your plumbing needs. Give them a call at 484-832-5566.
This is Keith Jackson reminding you you're listening to high school football right here on havenfootball.com.
Good evening. Onto the field comes the 2025 Strath Haven High School Panther Marching Band. We're pushing the sounds of drive, energy, liberation tonight as we play the music of Blackpink and Amy Winehouse. The student leadership team is led by student director Sonia Blum, Tess Kelly, Katie Snyder, and Maisie Strachan. The drum majors are Casper Stockman, Eli Sorkis, and Josie Weiler. Stomping Marshall and Brassy, this electropop hit debuted as the highest song charting by a female K-pop group. This is the sound of Blackpink with Kill This Love.
Yeah, they want to work on power glides until the 400s.
The smallest one now is a 6 one.
I know.
Originally recorded by the British band The Zootons, this song became a worldwide favorite when Amy Winehouse teamed up with producer Mark Ronson in 2007. With this Motown-inspired groove, we asked, why don't you come on over, Valerie?
I got one of my women. 7 years old.
They're so cheap.
Yeah, and it's like your batteries for your ride mower will drain so fast.
Yeah.
the Strath High School Panther Marching Band. Tune in later this season for a power anthem by Macklemore and the soulful sounds of ABBA. The band is under the direction of Assistant Band Director Mrs. Haley Lombard, Pit Director Mr. Richard Michael, and Drumline Instructor Mr. Gustin Rudolph. Miss Valerie Schliga directs the band front and dance line with Silks Coach Aria Bartz and dance team instructors Miss Gigi Ianello and Miss Rosie Ianello. The band is assisted by Miss Samantha McFarland and student teacher Miss Cammie Bachman. For the Panther Band, I'm Nick Pignataro. Have a great evening and let's go Panthers!
Do you have slow-running drains? Are you thinking about selling your home or property? If so, go to scarpignatoplumbing.com and schedule a technician. They are the area's only small plumbing company to offer in-house trenchless sewer and water main repairs. They also offer sewer lateral certifications for the surrounding communities. From faucets to water heaters, they can handle all your plumbing needs. Give them a call at 484-832-5566.
This is Keith Jackson reminding you you're listening to high school football right here on havenfootball.net.
Welcome back to George L. King Field. Strath 14, Penncrest nothing, and a terrific performance from the Strath Marching Unit and the Penncrest Marching Unit. Halftime stats are posted on the scoreboard in-house here, so thanks again to Kevin Bidman for getting some graphics together and helping us out here in the booth as well. Total yards, all Strath here in the early going with with 218 total yards to 72. Time of possession a biggie as well, doubling up the Lions 15-plus minutes to 8. So, again, no turnovers to speak of, but 3 defensive stops there for the Panther defense. One deep in their own territory was really a big moment there on the opening drive of the game, especially where Penncrest marched down inside the 30-yard line, and Strath has scored on 2 drives since.
And time of possession obviously is critical, but it's also reflected in the first downs. 13 for the Panthers and 3 for Penncrest.
Yeah, 14
That's
to
a
3
huge ball possession.
So, Panthers 1 for 1 throwing it. Completion to Jalen Starr there late in the half to try to inch towards field goal range, but Panthers ran out of time there before the halftime gun and had to settle for just 14 in that first half, and now need the defense to step up again. For the Lions, 72 total yards. Paul Graham is leading the way, 9 carries for 41 yards, his longest a 17-yard scramble. Sean Benson 5 for 25, and Jeffrey Cropper with 1 carry for just 3 yards. And the Panthers with a very balanced attack. The 4 backs in the backfield, Mudrick, Barlow, Hudson, and Ali with 58, 47, 49, and 40 yards respectively. Just you can't key on just one guy, and then you mix in the scrambling and rollout ability of Luke Mulhern, who's had a few runs and positive yardage as well. Has moved the sticks twice for first downs. It's been a tough way to play defense when you just don't know where the ball's going in any one moment. Tim Steyer 2 for 2 on extra points. He's had 2 long kickoffs as well, and kick coverage has been solid through the first 24 minutes. The Panthers will need to do that again here to start this second half. Steyer awaiting at midfield here, just hands on the hips, trying to stay loose here and get another big kickoff.
Yeah, Brian, I think it's utmost important for Penncrest to not only control the ball in this possession, but to score. Because if they use 3, 4, 5 minutes and the Panthers get it back and score again, it may be too much for them to overcome. So this is a very, very important possession for the Penncrest Lions.
Defensive coordinator Jeff Allison over on the far sideline for Penncrest is excellent at halftime adjustments as well. If you'll remember the last year's games, the Panthers had 14 points at halftime, and they finished with 14. They did not score again in the second half. Now, they did have one drive where they took the ball down inside the 5-yard line and fumbled.
Yes.
And had another fumble deep in their own territory to set up the only Penncrest touchdown of the night in last year's first regular season game. But again, this game is far from over here. And as you said, Pete, if Penncrest can get something positive going here and put points on the board, Panther fans will be holding on for dear life, and then the pressure's on.
Yes.
A couple of score updates. Westchester East on top of Upper Moreland at halftime, 20-7. Wissahickon up 21-7 on Upper Marion. Norristown up on Phoenixville, 14-0. Chichester leads Audenride 21-8. And the other Central League battle going on tonight, Upper Darby and Conestoga. That's Upper Darby up 20-7 at the half.
Chi and Audenried, that Audenried program has been restarted by Royale Edwards. That's a blast from the past. Royale, a terrific offensive threat and defensive player here for the Panthers back in 2006. All right, here we go. Squib kick for Steyer, not his deepest effort, but it takes a terrific roll, and he has himself another touchback. So not bad there for the Panthers. 80-yard field in front of the Lions to start things. But yeah, Royale Edwards has restarted the Audenried football program. So long way to go there, but they're giving Chichester a game so far tonight. So good luck to Royale moving forward.
Another District 1 halftime score. Owen J. Roberts and Pottsgrove tied up at 7 at the half.
All right. Lions ready to get it going here. They'll set up on the far hash. 1st and 10 from their 20. 3 different ball carriers in that first half. Heiserman split to the bottom of your screen on first down. They option to the left side, looking for room is Graham, cuts it back, gives ground, and now the Panthers will swarm. They'll lose yardage on the play. Excellent job staying home, clogging running lanes. Milligan and Mulhern on the stop.
Those lanes were clogged. That's why he had to go back and forth. There was nowhere to go but down.
Milligan and Mulhern, you could say, gosh, those are 2 names you could flash back to the early and mid-90s.
Absolutely.
Let alone the older brothers that were, this is Zach, the third of the Milligan brothers now, playing in the last several years for Coach Clancy. 2nd down and about 13 upcoming now for the Lions. Graham in the gun one more time, straight back, little bubble screen inside. Heiserman with a catch and excellent pursuit, excellent read again. That's Milligan one more time on the stop. Maybe a yard or 2 on the quick completion to Heiserman. So that's about it.
This defense is not as big as last year's, Brian, but I think it's quicker if you want to know the truth. They react very well, and it doesn't take them long to get to open areas. It's a real good defense, and it's only going to get better.
3rd down and 11 upcoming. Panthers looking for more of the same right here. Trying to get a stop on 3rd and long. Graham straight back this time. Looks down the seam. Everybody covers, going to keep it himself. Panthers have to rally to the football. They get the stop shy of first down yardage. Nice work right there. Coming up to make the stop. Haley and Quinkel and others. They'll be about 3 yards shy, or 2 yards shy of a first down. 4th and 2. And now, do you watch for a fake? I mean, that's a risky play, of course. But here we go. Quinkel awaits the punt back near his own 45-yard line. Panthers with 10 up front, protecting perhaps against a fake. Ryan Coley has had 2 terrific punts so far and lets another one go. Very low wobbler. It takes a sideways hop and did not get all of that one. We'll see where the line judge on the far side marks it, only to the 40-yard line. So only a 12-yard punt, and the Panthers in business now with a chance to add to a 14-0 lead. All right, so Graham came up 2 yards shy of that first down on the scramble. Panthers with good coverage. And now can the offense cash in with 9:36 to go here in quarter number 3.
not the start that Penncrest wanted, for sure.
That's right. Tyler Slaughter, tight end to the far side.
Can the Panthers make this second half start even worse for the Lions?
Riley to the near side. Officials waiting to set the football, and here we go. Schuster over the football at the Lions' 40-yard line. Mulhern turns, give on the sweep to this near side. Yosef Ali into the secondary, bangs his way to first down yardage, carrying the pile for a gain of 14. Ball comes out, and did they blow it dead? Let's see. Was he down first? Cole comes out of the pile with the football. Did they say he was stopped first? And they're going to say he's marked down. Ali fighting for extra yardage, picks up 14. But boy, that's the trade-off. That's the danger. If you stay in that pile still leaning, they're going to be ripping at that football.
We just played the replay, and he was down on his knees when he lost that ball.
Okay. Good call by the officials. Good run for Ali, and another Panther first down. Two tight ends, Ali wing to the far side. They give to that far side. This is Hudson on the cutback. He squirts his way across the 25 for a gain of maybe 2 or so. Not much doing, and good pursuit from the linebackers that time. Jackson McGuire in the hunt on the stop. So just a yard for Hudson. Brings up second down and 9. 8:42 and counting to play here in the third quarter. Panthers started this drive on the Penncrest side of the 50. 25 yards from pay dirt. They're looking for more here. Ali comes in motion. They give on the fullback dive here to Mudrick. He won't get to the 20. Give him maybe the 22. Short gain on the play for the senior fullback. Brings up third down and maybe 6. All right. Mudrick, 11 carries for 61 yards to lead the Panthers tonight thus far. 4-down territory perhaps. You are in Matt Steyer's field goal range, but the Panthers would love to get more here. Barlow, your fullback now, with Casey Hudson to his left. Ali comes in motion. On third down, they toss to this near side. Barlow with a head of steam and first down yards, pulling away, and he will go untouched for the score. 22-yard run for Barlow, and talk about beautiful blocking at the point of attack. That was one cut for Barlow, then just turn on the speed. Outstanding blocking up front.
It really was. I mean, this running attack, the four-headed monster this year, is unbelievable. I mean, they're just hitting holes, and I think the same thing as last week. They're going to wear this Penncrest defense down, especially in quarter number 4.
Second touchdown of the night for Barlow. Matt Steyer on for his third extra point try. Ball spotted, kick is away, and good. Miller and Riley get it down. Steyer pounds it through. We'll be back in just a moment. See if Penncrest can answer on havenfootball.net.
Benefits Group specializes in creating employee benefit packages which can maximize your company's ability to attract, retain, and award the best employees. We develop a strategy for your business to attract high-quality team members. It is critical to have benefits that are competitive in the marketplace. We develop a benefits package and retirement plan that helps you implement a complete benefit program and retirement solution. We help you implement a successful strategy that rewards your employees for their hard-earned time. Empower your employees with a comprehensive benefit solution from the Wharton Benefits Group. Call them at 484-328-3590.
Hi, everyone. This is Greg Murphy from the Phillies broadcast team, and you're listening to high school football right here at Haven Football.
7:34 to play here in the third quarter. Strath Haven, one possession this half. It finishes in the end zone again. Landon Barlow's second visit to pay dirt tonight has the Panthers on top 21-0, capping a 40-yard scoring drive. 3 different ball carriers got it moving, and Steyer on for another kickoff. High end-over-end kick, comes down to the 3-yard line. Looking for some running room. Patient is Benson trying to turn the corner. Kell has him cornered and then gets some help and swarmed back inside the 15-yard line is Benson. Starr down there with Slaughter as well. Excellent coverage all night so far. from the Panthers special teams unit.
And Brian, you know what made that a little easier? That Steyer kick was way up in the air, gave that whole special team time to get downfield and make an excellent play.
Excellent indeed. Hard to believe that the touchback has been really their best field position after kickoffs tonight.
Yeah.
Coverage units have been fantastic. All right, Graham and the offense in an unenviable spot now. Quarterback sweep. Now late pitch here to Benson. Running room off that left side. First down yardage for Benson. LaFrance on the stop, but he has himself a first down across the 27, maybe 28. See where they spot this one. But nice work there by Sean Benson. 6 carries now for 38 yards for the senior wearing number 21. Gain of 14 on the play. A little breathing room here for the Lions. And again, a lot of teams would say, all right, we got to chuck and duck here, down 3 scores. We need to air it out. That's not the Penncrest strength here. So we'll see. My guess is they keep it on the ground. They do. Option left again. Benson, not that time. Absolutely hammered on that far side at the 25-yard line. You can check the replay for that one. I didn't see who had initial contact there. I was screened out on the play, but wow, bang. Big hit. Was that Luke Mulhern on the hit? Second and about 14 as Benson goes backwards.
Yeah, Benson put his head down, but he bounced backwards 2 yards.
It was, you can hear the collision from up here. Back to the 25. So call it second and maybe 12. Benson still in there on the left hip of Graham, who's in the gun. Option left one more time. Faking the pitch is Graham, and he'll be swarmed too. He does well to lean forward and get save himself a yard or two there, but Burke and several others on that far side. Penncrest keeps running to that boundary side, making it tough for us to see the tacklers on that far side, but back to the 23-yard line they go. They'll lose a couple more.
You wonder why Penncrest doesn't run it towards the press box side, where all the ground is.
Yeah, well, if your theory is correct, that the Panther defense is maybe as fast or faster than last year's, maybe the short side of the field is where you want to be if you feel like you're going to get tracked down on the wide side. All right, 3rd and long here. Graham rolling to his right. Eyes downfield, dumps it into the flat. Complete here to Benson. He has wrapped up another excellent open field tackle. Quinn Kell drops his man again at the 14-yard line. Kell has been terrific flying up from that safety spot tonight. And they'll lose another yard or so. Back to the 24. It's 4th down.
This
and about
defense
16.
knows how to tackle this year. They are excellent tacklers. All the D-backs, the linebackers, they're just doing a great job.
Maybe a yard gain on the play. Kell to return, a line drive punt. Kell signals fair catch and makes it at about the 45-yard line. Safe play there with a 3-touchdown lead. Panthers just want the ball back in the offense's hand, and they'll have it with 4:32 to go here in the 3rd. Paul Graham tonight, 3 out of 4 passing, just 6 yards. To speak to your point, Pete, they've just been, the Panthers have been terrific tacklers in the secondary.
Yes, absolutely. And there's just nowhere, everybody's covered, so you have to run it, and so far, so good.
All right, Graham 12 carries for 45 yards as well. That's the majority of the Penncrest offense with just 84 yards on the ground tonight. Panthers looking to add to it here. Ali bumps into his own man and spins his way to the line of scrimmage and maybe a yard more. Good pursuit there again from 54 McNamara on the stop. Brings up 2nd down and about 9 as Yosef Ali leans forward for his 55th yard of the evening on 7 carries. And Hudson on the sideline with Mudrick. Bradley checks into the game as a wing to the left. Ali in the backfield with Barlow. Derek Bradley in for the first time at halfback, and they run sweep to that far side. Derek Bradley's got some wheels, needs a block and has it. Bradley pulling away. You will not catch number 30, and Derek Bradley will take it to the house for 53 yards for the score. You said a four-headed monster, maybe it's five.
Five-headed monster. Where'd he come from?
Came from the wing to the left, got a terrific block from Faribault to lead the way, but 30 is hard to catch in the open field. And Derek Bradley, another talented junior, explodes for 6. Steyer on for his 4th extra point try. And 53 yards later, Derek Bradley explodes onto the scene. Steyer pounds another one through. Strath Haven 28, Penncrest nothing here in the Media Bowl. See what the Panthers, what the Lions can do rather when we come back on havenfootball.net.
The Swarthmorean Weekly Newspaper has partnered up with havenfootball.net. The Swarthmorean was established in 1893 and is a true community newspaper and covers the Wallingford-Swarthmore School District as well as events in Swarthmore, Wallingford, and surrounding communities. Get your copy every Friday at 320 Market or Swarthmore Co-op, or go to swarthmorean.com for a mailed or digital subscription. For all the local news, read the Swarthmorean every week.
Hey fans, this is Todd Lights, public address announcer for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and you are listening to high school football right here at havenfootball.net.
3:36 to play here in quarter number 3, and Derek Bradley has just put an exclamation point on this one, electrifies the crowd with just speed to burn on that far side. Little Mustang sweep there, terrific blocking up front, and number 30 goes 53 yards to give the Panthers a 28-zip lead here. And the Lions now struggling to find some offensive momentum, just 90 total yards tonight. Need to get something going in a hurry. Tim Steyer has it teed again. Benson awaits inside his 5. Every kickoff's basically landed there. The one that didn't rolled into the end zone anyway. This one, high, end over end. Benson will back up, and he'll be in the end zone for that one. Second touchback of the night for Steyer. And believe it or not, that would maybe help Penncrest starting at their 20. They've had a couple drives starting inside there tonight after excellent kick coverage.
Maybe you should kick it short next time, just a little bit, like drop it on the 5.
All right, nice problem to have, I guess, for the special teams unit. But,
Matt Steyer averaging 58.6 yards on his kickoffs tonight.
Is that all?
It's 60 yards to the end zone.
That may be a statistic we have to put in our halftime thing.
Oh, boy. All right, here we go. Trying to pile up some statistics themselves. The Lions break the huddle with a shotgun look, wing to the far side. Benson in motion, option to this near side. Graham, late pitch here to Benson, has some room again. He's wrapped up from behind by Cole Haley, but near first down yardage. We'll see. If they give him the 30, they're across the 30, they'll move the chains. Nice work by Benson, picking up 12 on first down. And Panthers defense bends a little bit. They ran to that wide side. There you go, Pete. You asked for it and ran to the field side and found a little room.
Well, when there's room, go take it. And they got themselves a few extra yards.
Nice read by Graham with the late pitch. And now from the 32, the Lions with receivers split again. Graham, option to the left this time. Again to the field side. Cuts it back and takes a pounding for it. Haley, Barlow rather, drops him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second down and 10 on Graham's 13th carry of the evening. Jackson Miller checks out. A little bit hobbled there. Panthers want to be careful. A couple of two-way guys up front. All right, here we go. Penncrest. Same formation. Benson in the game on the hip. Option to the far side. Sorry, that's Cropper in the game, and Graham nowhere to go and wrapped up by Muller. Loss on the play. Luke Mulhern strings him out and then wraps him up at the knees. 3rd and long upcoming.
The speed of this line is just fun to watch. It really is. They just move so quickly to the ball. And usually on those runs, there's more than one person making the tackle.
And remember, Penncrest front line has some serious weight advantages to Haven's line.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Haven has the speed. Speed killed, Mike.
Here we go. 3rd and 13. Graham with split receivers. Runs to that left side, cuts up field, has not nearly enough for a first down. Coming up to make the stop. Tracking it down by is Cole Haley at the 35. So it turns to 4th and about 8. And looks like the punt team's coming back on. They give him the 46, call it 4th down and 6 or so. But Jake Plunkett checks into the game with the punt team. Quinn Kell awaits the kick back near his 35. Collet has been mostly terrific tonight. Punting it. Lets this one go and another boomer. Wobbler signaling fair catch is Kell. He secures it at the 31 and offense heading back onto the field with 53 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. I don't know if we have some score updates or not. We'll see if we can, what our Twitter feed's been able to tell us. So,
lots of games were at halftime.
Yeah.
So we came back. We were one of the first games to go to halftime. So
fast-moving
game.
Of course, with only a handful of pass attempts in total tonight. Haven's put it in the air once. And Paul Graham and the Lions, 4 attempts. Otherwise, it's ground and pound as expected. Ryan Mudrick is your fullback in the wing tee. On 1st and 10, they give it to Mudrick. Running room into the secondary he goes. He's near first down yardage. We'll see where they spot it. They give him the 41. They're going to move the chains. Gain of 10 for the senior fullback.
Update from Upper Darby Conestoga. Conestoga adds on to their 7 points with a safety. They trail Upper Darby 20-9.
20-9. Upper Darby may be coming in here with a little confidence and momentum next Friday night if they can hang on to knock off the Pioneers. 25 seconds, 24 seconds and counting to play here in the 3rd quarter. Mulhern under center, sends Ali in motion. Gives to Mudrick one more time. He's had a head of steam and again covering the football well, leaning forward, falling forward to the 49. Gain of 8 more and Penncrest starting to tire a little bit in that front 7. Even with 8 and 9 in the box all night, Panthers offense on the move and doing it well. We'll be right back. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Strath Haven 28, Penncrest nothing. Be back in a moment on havenfootball.net.
The Swarthmorean Weekly Newspaper has partnered up with havenfootball.net. The Swarthmorean was established in 1893 and is a true community newspaper and covers the Wallingford-Swarthmore School District as well as events in Swarthmore, Wallingford, and surrounding communities. Get your copy every Friday at 320 Market or Swarthmore Co-op, or go to swarthmorean.com for a mailed or digital subscription. For all the local news, read the Swarthmorean every week.
Hey fans, this is Todd Lights, public address announcer for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and you are listening to high school football right here at havenfootball.net.
Welcome back to George L. King Field. 4th quarter action. We're ready to rock and roll here. And Brian Carroll bringing it play-by-play, joined by Pete, Andrew, Mike, and Kevin downstairs, and Mike Clancy doing a job on the camera upstairs. Panthers ready to go here from their 49-yard line. 2nd down and 2. Derek Bradley in the game now as a halfback to the far side. Ali wing to the near side. Mudrick is your fullback on 2nd and 2. Here's Bradley on the sweep. Cuts up field, sheds a tackle, carrying people, bangs his way to first down yardage to the Lions 41. Bradley running with purpose.
They're just physically wearing out this defensive line. Is what we said earlier in the game. With the way that Haven now has 4 to 5 running backs, they're just tiring out everybody.
Bradley, 10 more. on his second carry of the night. He checks out. Casey Hudson back in. And yeah, fresh legs. You could go fresh legs every other play if you want. Mulhern's going to bring the huddle back together here. Seemed to be some confusion, and Coach Clancy's going to clear it up right now with a Panther timeout. So we're going to take a short timeout with them. Thank you to our many, many, many sponsors for getting things going for us every week. You'll hear from a few of them in a moment. Back in just a few on havenfootball.net.
The Swarthmorean Weekly Newspaper has partnered up with havenfootball.net. The Swarthmorean was established in 1893 and is a true community newspaper and covers the Wallingford-Swarthmore School District as well as events in Swarthmore.
That's good to see him back.
This is a Get Right series.
He's up to 48.
This video and audio broadcast is copyrighted by havenfootball.net Incorporated for the private use of our audience. Any other use of these broadcasts or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without a havenfootball.net Incorporated's expressed written permission is prohibited.
This is Merrill Reese, voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, and you're listening to high school football right here on havenfootball.net.
Panthers, 1st and 10. Play fake for Mulhern. Looking, has time. He wants it all. Down the far sideline. Had a man out there. Incomplete. Little play fake, and Ali was behind the defense. Mulhern overshoots him. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. So, took their shot downfield and just couldn't connect that time. But Panthers, with one more score and an extra point, could make this a fast fourth quarter here. And again, as powerful as the run game has been, you still need to be able to throw the ball here and there and still have to mix in some passing just for the sake of game speed and practice. So Mulhern will try again here, 2nd down and 10. Give inside, this is Barlow on the quick hitter, and he'll sort of cartwheel his way to the 35, and then there's a little collision at the end. And let's see here, this is Ali, comes up a little lame. Seemed to be maybe some friendly fire there as he and Barlow banged into each other. All right, 2nd down and about 4 after Barlow goes for 6. Landon Barlow, 79 yards rushing and 2 scores tonight. He's your fullback as they bring up 3rd down and 4. Hudson to the far side. Mulhern turns and gives it to him, looking for running room. He has a lead blocker, Faraball, and Hudson rips off another 1st down. Garrett Clark finally wraps him up down near the 20-yard line, but my goodness, that sweep has been very good, and you're going to end up with whistles after the play. Is this a penalty?
There's a flag thrown over there near the sidelines.
Okay. All right, let's see what the call is. It could have been after the play. All right, dead ball, personal foul, Strath Haven. After the play. So if it's after the play, you're looking at 1st down and then march it back, I believe. So let's see. All right, so Hudson takes it to the 20-yard line for a gain of 15. And need to get down and distance squared away here, waiting for the official to tell us. Panthers have broken the huddle. They're ready to go. But no, it's okay. Is it 3rd and 5? Yeah, they're going to replay 3rd, or no, they're going to move the chains. Yeah, okay. If it's post-play, yes. All right, that's what I thought. Okay, 1st down since it was after the play. Still, Coach Clancy will not be pleased with the personal foul call. 10:28 to go here in the 4th quarter. Panthers looking for 7 more points and perhaps a running clock. Okay. Explanation given to the far sideline. Everybody agrees. And here we go. All right. Panthers ready to snap it now with Mudrick at fullback. Landon Barlow next to him. And Casey Hudson wing to this near side. on 1st and 10 from the 35. This is Hudson sweeping to the left, cuts inside, and Casey Hudson rips off another first down. 13 more for the junior. 9 carries for 78 yards for Casey. He's been near double digits on every carry. And here's another first down for the Panthers from the 21-yard line. Barlow checks out. Mudrick back in at fullback. These Panther backs have all blocked for each other quite well as well. And don't forget the tight ends. Slaughter to the left side and Riley to the right now.
Derek Bradley's in there too.
Bradley has the handoff, looking for room, sweeping, and gets outside. The first tackler runs over another one, and then Bradley is horse-collared inside the 5-yard line. So we'll see. Bradley down to the 5-yard line, and now we'll check the flags post-play. I think they're both going to be horse collars, but unless somebody said something unpleasant. But down to the 5, that's a 16 more for Bradley.
Bradley has a burst of speed, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Faribault leading the way there. Didn't get all of that first block, and Bradley ran by him anyway. All right, let's see. They have offsetting personal fouls here, and we'll check it. All right, first. Okay, face mask, not a horse collar. A 5-yard penalty. So half the distance to the goal. And then a dead ball, unsportsmanlike against the Panthers, and they'll march it back 15. Okay. So, from the 17-yard line or so, the Panthers will snap it. I believe it'll be first down, and the question is it first and goal?
That's terrible.
All right.
How do you do that? I mean, they get a
All
2-yard penalty because it's so close.
There we go.
And we get a whole
9:28 to go. Ball is back outside the 16-yard line, and 17 and a half. It's first down. Is it goal? The question is it goal to go? They have to move the marker. But the referee's explaining it to the far sideline. So we'll wait for the explanation and be okay. Not sure if this will be 1st and 10 or 1st and goal is really the question. Looks like it'll be 1st and 10. All right, so the officials want to discuss it. Yeah, I mean, the question is really, is it 1st and goal or is it 1st and 10?
My stat program is showing 1st and goal.
Okay.
So
yeah.
It should be 1st and goal from the 17 and a half yard line.
Right.
If things are
correct
the way
yes,
logic says it should be. We'll see do the chains end up getting laid down on the far sideline.
Correct.
Chains will be laid down. It is 1st and goal, Panthers from the 17.
We'll find out here in a moment. Coach Clancy looking for an explanation. All right. So 4 cracks at it here for the Panthers at least if it's 1st and goal. All right. Chains on the far side are down as described and predicted. And here we go. You are, believe it or not, in field goal range, but Panthers would love 7 here and get a running clock. Barlow and Mudrick in the backfield. Wing to the near side is Hudson, and they give it to Mudrick straight up the middle. He'll lean his way down to the 12. Gain of 5 more for Ryan Mudrick. 13 carries for 84 yards and a touchdown tonight for the lone senior in the offensive backfield. The 4 other juniors, Barlow, Ali, Hudson, and now Bradley, have been making some noise as well. All right, here we go. Barlow, wing to the far side. Play fake, and they give it to Barlow, coming back to the near side. Cuts it back inside the 5, leans his way to 3rd and short here. Down to the 2-yard line goes Barlow. 10 more. for number 3. This is just an absolute clinic on the ground here. 84 yards for Mudrick, 85 for Barlow, 79 for Hudson, 55 for Ali. Bradley, I think, is up near 80-something on 4 carries.
Pick your poison, right?
3rd and goal to go from the 2. Mudrick is your fullback. Double wing, 2 tight ends. Mulhern under center. Panthers with 2 cracks at it. Fumble picked up by Barlow. He's going to make something out of nothing and find his way into the end zone for the 2nd time tonight. Well, Fumble Rooski, I don't think was the call in the huddle, but Barlow with a heads-up play and makes something happen with it. A 2-yard run for number 3, his 2nd score of the night. And the Panthers now an extra point away from a running clock and a fast 4th quarter. 7:52 to go here in the 4th.
As if this game wasn't already moving fast enough. It's 8:40. We kicked off an hour and 40 minutes ago.
Ball spotted. Kick is away. It is good. Curled it inside that left upright. Steyer 5 for 5, and we'll have a fast-moving 4th quarter the rest of the way. Be back in just a moment. See if the Lions can answer on havenfootball.net.
Family Senior Home Care is owned by a Strath Haven family, the Glowackies. We provide in-home care assistance with all activities of daily living, personal care, transportation, mobility assistance, light housekeeping, and meal preparation. We also offer personal care, including hygiene, companion care, and medication reminders. Alzheimer's and dementia care, along with short-term respite care, are also available. Schedule your free consultation at 610-719-3223 or go to our website at secondfamily.com.
Hi, everyone. This is Greg Murphy from the Phillies broadcast team, where high school football never sounded so good, right here at havenfootball.net.
7:52 to go here in regulation. And the Panthers with a running clock the rest of the way now. 35-0 on top of the Lions. Landon Barlow scoops up a juggled snap and takes it to the end zone for the 3rd time tonight. His shortest run of the night at just 2 yards. But that will do the trick. Again, an excellent drive. Good, tough running from Mudrick, Hudson, Bradley. And it's been a clinic here tonight. Andrew?
A couple quick score updates. Auden Reed cuts the Chichester lead to 21-16. And another safety in Upper Darby and Conestoga. This time for Upper Darby, they extend their lead 22-9.
Royals will be here at George L. King Field next Friday night. Here, Panthers seeing if they can hold on to another shutout, perhaps. Steyer, high, end-over-end kick. This will be Benson corralling it at the 2-yard line. Up that far hash, finds a little room. Ball squirts out, and then right back to Benson. It hit another player, bounced right back into his lap, and he falls forward to the 27. One of the few breaks that Penncrest has caught tonight, honestly.
They deserve that.
Yes, I mean, really, that's a nice return from Benson. Ashamed to fumble it, but boy, it bounced right back into his belly, and Paul Graham and the Lions get the offense back on the field. Lions next week doesn't get any easier, as it really, that's the case in almost any Central League game, but Lions have a very good Haverford team a week from tonight, next Friday night, 8 days from now. All right. Split to the bottom of your screen, Andrew Heiserman. And now, with 7:01 to play here in regulation, we're going to end up with the Panthers calling timeout, I think, to just discuss what do we want to do defensively. Do you want some substitutions and so forth? So we'll you want to keep it right here, see if we can get some score updates, or we're going to. Okay, we'll come back. Give us 30 seconds. We'll be back for score updates and the last 6 minutes here and change. Be back in a moment on havenfootball.net.
Want to have your kids get involved in the fastest growing youth sport in America? Non-contact flag football is here in Wallingford at Fisher's Finest Flag Football. Boys and girls in 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th grades are eligible. Adult coaching for each team assures that each child is taught proper football techniques and skills. Get involved in flag football. Sign up for learning camps in spring 2026. Go to fishersfinest13.com for more information.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ron.
Here we go. Welcome back. Penncrest trying to get things going here. As now you've got some confusion here with substitutions. Panthers with 12 on the field, and they're going to blow it dead. Okay, so some communication issues here for the Panthers coming out of that timeout. That won't make anybody happy. As you break a timeout, you wanted the 11. You want what you want out there, and with some confusion. All right.
The substitutions are making
okay.
confusion, you know.
All right, so now the Panthers, I think, have the down 4 linemen that they want. Some substitutions, including Logan Knobb up front, Makai Green-Robinson, Tyler Slaughter checks back in at defensive tackle, and got some new linebackers. We'll get to them momentarily. Here, Penncrest trying to get something going with 6:09 to go. Here we go. Graham cuts inside. He sheds 1 tackle, but again, good support, good pursuit, and making the stop there, J.P. Redmond, along with Makai Green-Robinson. So good work there. After a gain of maybe a yard or so for Graham after the penalty. Brings up 2nd down and call it 5. 5:40 to go here in regulation. Panthers is 5 minutes away from going 2-0. The 2nd year in a row. This one in convincing fashion. In at quarterback on the near side, Jordan Alexander. Van Wendell on the far side, Derek Bradley in at free safety. Rolling, dumping to the flat. This is Sean Benson with another catch. He shakes and bakes and carries his way to the 45 before Bradley wraps him up. Gain out to call it the 46 or so. And that'll move the chains for a 1st down. Gain of 13 on the play. First catch of the night for Benson. Sorry, 2nd catch of the night for Benson. Clock ticks. 4:45 and counting. Number 52, Ronan McHugh in at linebacker, along with 31, Jack Deskus. Rolling to the right side is Graham. He is met there. Nice work by McHugh, and number 42, Logan Knobb, getting off his block. So Panther 2nd team guys that get a lot of time at the JV level. JV plays tomorrow. That's a Friday afternoon game leading into Labor Day weekend. Tyler Slaughter checks out of the game.
A couple of quick score updates. Pennsbury on the board against Quakertown, trail 14-7. Phoenixville trails Norristown 20-7.
All right. Shane Flanagan into the game at nose guard as well. Graham looks out to his left, dumps to the flat again. Benson one more time. Flag on the play. We'll check that. It could be holding. We'll see. Benson for a gain of maybe 6 or 7, but we'll check the flag here first. All right. Ineligible man downfield, and this will back up the Lions another 5, turn it into 2nd and 16. So, all right. Panthers will back up, or the Lions will be backed up now to the 40. All right. All right. 3:16, 3:15 and counting to play here in the 4th. This is good time here for some of the youngsters to get some Friday night action. Brady Nangle in the game now, Christian Shields as well. Rolling to his right is Graham, quarterback sweep, just looking for room, has a lane, and met quickly. Nice collapse there by the defense, rallying to the football. Nice work again, Makai Green-Robinson working down the line of scrimmage with J.P. Redmond. And Graham picks up 6 or 7, but turns it into 3rd and about 8. All right. Good action again here, Pete, and good experience for the
Yeah, it is a
guys.
good experience, but I bet this team wants to pitch a shutout here. They would love to see that happen.
2:20 to go. 3rd and long here for Graham and the Lions. Hard count, low snap. He's going to keep it himself. scrambling off that right side and nothing doing. They drop him at the midfield stripe, and great job by 24, Christian DeShields. Another junior stepping up to make the stop. 4th and 6 upcoming. Clock inside of 2 minutes now. Well, Pete, you're wishing for a shutout on behalf of the defense, and there may be one play from doing just that.
Yeah, barring a breakaway, I believe this will be the final score.
All right, 4th and 6 from the Panther 49. Penncrest trying to get something going here. Graham and Benson in the backfield on 4th and 6. Rolling to his left, eyes downfield. Graham in some trouble, now gets outside. He breaks containment, has himself a first down, and ridden out of bounds by Ronan McHugh. Picks up the Panther 41-yard line for a gain of 9, or 8 rather. And that'll move the sticks. Clock continues to run though. 108, 107. Panther defense needs a couple more stops. Paul Graham now 20 carries for 63 yards. A good chunk of it coming here in this 4th quarter when the game was all but decided. Heiserman split to the far side. Finley Lester at the bottom of your screen. On 1st and 10, option to that far side. Benson is wrapped up again. Another excellent open field tackle. Brady Nangle, another senior, comes up to make the stop, and Benson goes for just a yard. Pete, you said it, best. This defense is good, and they have a chance to get better.
They will get better, and they're very good already. And what I like about it is the quickness to the ball. They're very, very quick. Not big, but quick.
2nd and 9 with 10 seconds. 9 seconds to go. Should be the final play of the game. Graham looking, pitches it forward. That's a forward pass, and a nice job by Benson to corral it and cross the 30-yard line, but that will do it. The Panthers' first shutout of the season, a convincing 35-0 win tonight, and the Media Bowl trophy will stay right here on South Providence Road. Excellent performance, Pete.
Yeah,
all around.
Same as last week. The first few minutes, Penncrest was moving the ball like Interberry was, but once they got their sea legs and they got their defense set up, it was definitely a one-sided game.
One-sided indeed. The Panthers will be tested next Friday night. We'll be back to talk about that in just a moment. We've gone final here, 35-0 Strath Haven. Be back in just a moment on havenfootball.net.
Welcome to Allstate, where everyone saves when they bundle their home and auto insurance. Isn't that right, Frank?
I saved 25%. Booyah.
You protected your casa?
Sure did.
And the Frank tank?
You know it.
And now you're relaxing.
I'm working from home.
Sure you are. Save up to 25% when you bundle home and auto with Allstate.
Your local Allstate agent is Steve Taub in media. Give him a call at 610-566-3500.
This is Keith Jackson. You're listening to High School Football right here on Haven Football.
Strath Haven 35, Penncrest 0. Another fantastic performance from the Panthers here at George L. King Field. They'll get to do it one more time 8 days from now as they start the season with 3 home games. I can't remember the last time if that's ever happened, but the friendly confines of George L. King Field have been just that here in the early going, Pete. Nice to be on their home turf.
3 home games, but you're going to have to play on the road sometime during the season. So that means more games later. But this gives them a chance, 3 games to get this team in a rhythm. And I think they're really on a roll now, and we'll see how it goes.
Lots of underclassmen, lots of first-time starters. So Coach Clancy and especially the defensive staff, Coach Connor and Coach Feely, again, have to be thrilled with, performance last week against a phenomenal athlete at quarterback, Mamadou Rogers. They kept him in the pen last week. Interborough scored a late touchdown, when the game was already decided.
Yeah.
And then to pitch a shutout tonight and hold Paul Graham to 3 yards a carry after he went for 205 scores last week, they have to be thrilled with the way the guys have stayed in their lanes, work together, and I'm most impressed with 4 and 5 hats to the football over and over again.
Yeah, they've just been swarming everywhere on defense. In offense, they've gotten out 4 running backs. This Edwards that came in late, he's the fastest of them all, I think.
Derek Bradley, indeed.
Or Derek Bradley, I'm sorry.
Indeed, and now weapons galore in that junior class, and now they'll find a way to share it and move around here. And there'll be terrific athletes and terrific speed on the field next Friday night as the Royals of Upper Darby will walk in here. At this point, looks like they're going to take care of business against Conestoga. So they'll come in hungry and confident, coming off a big win tonight as well. So with that, next Friday night, things will get be a little bit different with Mike Mayer, our webmaster, taking a break from the action next week. So he will not be in the booth. We will do everything we can to keep things running. As always, Andrew Kaufman will be doing the direction of a whole bunch of things here. But we'll keep things moving as best we can. And thanks again to Kevin and Pete, Mike Clancy upstairs on the camera, Andrew Kaufman, as always, with the stats and score updates and more, and of course Mike Mayer is going to have a great time on a little break here, well deserved little vacay. So we'll miss Mike, but we'll keep things moving on the website next week and keep everybody posted. So with that, we'll sign off. Be back at it on the air next Friday night, 6:45, right here, same spot, George L. King Field, where the Panthers will host Upper Darby. Your final score one more time: Strath 35, Penncrest nothing. The Media Bowl trophy stays in Wallingford one more year, and we'll bring you more action next week. Brian Carroll signing off. Good night, everybody, and great football.
This internet broadcast has been a production of HavenFootball.net Incorporated. All rights are reserved. Thanks for watching, and good night.